Let me ask you something. Have you ever judged someone just because they were different? Maybe they dressed differently, spoke differently, or had a habit you didn't understand. Be honest. We all have, at some point. Now, imagine a girl, the daughter of one of the richest men in Nigeria. She has everything: money, cars, a mansion so big you could get lost inside. But she has one habit people can't seem to ignore. She never removes her nose mask. Why? What is she hiding? Sit back, because this story is about to take you on a journey of mystery, gossip, betrayal, and regret. Adanna Yospe was born into a life most people could only dream of. Her father, Chief Obi Yospe, was one of the wealthiest businessmen in Lagos. Her mother, Lady Ngozi, was a former beauty queen. They were the kind of family that graced magazine covers and made headlines. Adanna herself was strikingly beautiful. Her dark skin glowed like polished ebony, her eyes sharp and curious, and her presence commanded attention. But there was one thing people couldn't stop talking about. She always wore a nose mask. Not the flimsy ones people wore during flu season. No, as were stylish, custom-made, with beautiful embroidery and patterns, matching her outfits. But still, people found it strange. The rumors started small. At first, people assumed she had asthma. Some thought she was allergic to something. But then, the gossip took a darker turn. She has a terrible disease. I heard her nose is deformed. Maybe she's hiding a scar from an accident. What if she smells bad? Social media took things to another level. On Ireland, someone created a thread: "Why does billionaire Yospe daughter always wear a mask?" The comments: brutal. At baddest boy, no wa. Maybe she gets mouth odor, and she dey hide am. At pretty Lagos babe, I think she did surgery, but it went wrong. Rich people and their walla. At gossip queen, my cousin's friend's uncle said she has leprosy. Facebook was worse. Memes started circulating. People edited pictures of her with monstrous features beneath the mask. It wasn't funny. It was cruel. Now, let me ask you, have you ever judged someone without knowing their story? Because that's exactly what was happening to Adanna. If you think rich kids have it easy, think again. Adanna attended one of the best private schools in Lagos. The kind where kids arrived in luxury cars and school trips were to Paris, not a burden. But money couldn't protect her from cruelty. Her classmates bullied her. "Hey, Adanna, why don't you take off that mask and let us see the monster underneath? Maybe if we offer her 1 million naira, she will remove it. I bet her breath smells like rotten fish." Some even tried to snatch it off her face. Her once bright personality dimmed. She spoke less, avoided crowds, and spent lunchtime alone. Even her teachers noticed but said nothing. And her parents? They had no idea. Because when she got home, she pretended everything was fine. One fateful day, her school hosted a sports festival. Journalists, influencers, and socialites attended. It was supposed to be a fun event. But for Adanna, it turned into a nightmare. During the relay race, another girl, Linda, her biggest bully, accidentally pushed her. Adanna fell, hitting the ground hard. The impact loosened her mask. Gas filled the stadium. Phones came out. Cameras flashed. This was it. The world would finally see what she was hiding. And guess what? There was nothing there. No scars. No deformities. No disease. Just a normal, beautiful face. For a moment, there was silence. Then, laughter. All these years for nothing. She was doing all this just to be mysterious. I beg, she just wanted attention. They didn't realize that to Adanna, this wasn't just a mask. It was a shield. Her protection. She ran off the field, tears streaming down her face. Later that night, Adanna locked herself in her room. She refused to eat. Her father knocked. Adanna, open the door. Silence. Please, my dear. Talk to us. Finally, she spoke. But when she did, her voice was hollow. Do you know why I wear the mask? Her parents exchanged glances. Because of your illness when you were a child. She shook her head. When I was 6, I was diagnosed with a rare illness that affected my sense of smell. For years, I couldn't smell flowers, food, or even danger, like gas leaks. The doctors said I might never recover. But Grandma gave me this mask. She told me it was special, filled with healing herbs. Over time, I began to regain my sense of smell. The mask became my comfort, my protection. Tears rolled down her mother's face. But people didn't care about my story. They made their own. They laughed. They mocked. They turned my life into entertainment. Her father clenched his fist. He had built a billion-dollar empire, but he couldn't protect his daughter from cruel words. Then, Adanna wiped her tears and took a deep breath. I need to do something. She picked up her phone. What are you doing? Her mother asked. I'm going live. Her parents gasped. Are you sure? Her father asked, his voice filled with worry. Adanna nodded. They think they know me. They don't. It's time I tell them myself. She pressed the Go Live button. Within seconds, thousands of people flooded the stream. The comment section exploded. At Niger Gossip, Omo. Adanna is live. What's she going to say? At Lagos Babe, finally. She's about to confess. At Jujuman, she go remove the mask. Adanna stared at the camera. Her hands trembled, but her voice was steady. For years, you've all wondered why I wear this mask. You gossiped. You mocked me. You called me names. But not once did any of you stop to ask me the truth. The comments slowed down. I was 6 when I lost my sense of smell due to a rare illness. Doctors said I might never recover. My grandmother gave me this mask, filled with healing herbs. It became my comfort, my strength. Over time, I started to heal. She paused, her eyes shining with emotion. But instead of asking, you chose to assume. Instead of kindness, you chose cruelty. Instead of understanding, you chose mockery. People began to feel the weight of their actions. At Hotilami, damn. I feel terrible. At Big Flex, we really judged her without knowing. At Linda_Bay, I was one of those who laughed. I'm so sorry. Adanna took a deep breath. I'm not here to beg for acceptance. I am here to remind you that words have power. Bullying destroys lives. And sometimes, the person you laugh at is fighting a battle you could never imagine. Silence filled the live stream. Then, one by one, apologies poured in. The same people who spread rumors now begged for forgiveness. Her bullies. The bloggers. Even Linda, the girl who pushed her during the race, wrote, Adanna, I am ashamed of myself. I have no excuse. I hope you can forgive me. Adanna smiled sadly. I forgive, but I won't forget. Let this be a lesson, always seek the truth before you judge. And with that, she ended the live. The next morning, something unexpected happened. The same people who bullied her, Linda, the social media trolls, the gossipers, started feeling guilty. A journalist who had mocked her wrote an apology article. The same Neraland users who spread rumors created a thread, we owe Adanna an apology. Her classmates, ashamed, came forward. Adanna, we were wrong. We are so sorry. Linda, the girl who bullied her the most, broke down in tears. I was jealous of you. I thought making you feel small would make me feel better. I was wrong. Forgiveness wasn't easy. But Adanna chose peace over bitterness. And as for the mask, she still wore it. Not because she had to, but because she wanted to. It was no longer a symbol of fear but of strength. How many times have we judged someone without knowing their story? How many times have we participated in gossip, spreading lies without thinking of the pain it causes? Adanna's story teaches us something powerful: never judge a book by its cover. So, next time you see someone different, instead of whispering about them, why not ask? Because sometimes, behind the mask, there's a story waiting to be told.